Hello, it's Jane and welcome back into the studio, and I thought I'd show you the dragon pages, the inspiration and how I put it together. So I'd already painted the background here, as you can see, with some watercolour and also some intense paints, just to give that mottled effect for the background, because of all these colours that you can see that is on the table here. Now, when I'm actually starting a new project, I tend to collect together all the things that I have, and then all the images, do lots of research of what I actually want to do, and then just collect and start playing with all the images. And I often make a lookbook, and that is sticking and collaging all the different images that I have, and I put them together, and then I make items from it. So this was all based on the blue dragon that I wanted to do. Now I'm sticking this page in here. Now this page is a recycled page from an old sketchbook, and when I mean an old sketchbook, it is one that is, you know, it was literally falling apart, and I looked through it and I just wanted to use the pages up. So there's lots of collaging on here, painting, pen effects, gel pens, some printing, and it says the courage to imagine. And underneath I sort of made sure that there was lots of things like paper from sweet wrappers, that there's all sorts on here. And then this is a recycled envelope that I got from this has got 2010 on it, and then I put Make a Wish on the top. And in that envelope I'm going to put a little ticket that I've made, and it says on here, challenge to create, do something different, share, drink coffee, take a break and do the time, take a walk, show up and be in the moment. So those were all the things that sort of came to me, why I wanted to actually start a new body of work again, and what I actually wanted to do with it and where I actually wanted to go. This is my business card, and this was based on a piece of work which was an embellished piece of work, and it was felting with embellished fabrics, and then lots and lots of embroidery like this one here. Lots and lots of embroidery on the top of this, lots of beads, buttons, and you can see the top behind. I collect lots of sequins, and then I photographed it. And then this is a canvas, and then these were made into my business cards. Now, because obviously the town studio actually shutting, that was on the high street, I'm going to have to redo my business cards this year, and I'm just waiting, because I tend to have them done at a local printer, because of the colour is so vivid. So and some of the information obviously has changed now, so I'm going to be putting the new information on that, and then put in my usual envelope. And you can see there's a card in here, and there's enough room to put notes and things on the back. But this card has got a beautiful sky picture, and it's the 3 sailing boats, and I was sent that at Christmas. So there we go. So I'm going to pop that in there. I'll probably pop it that way round, I think. And then on this side of the page, I'm going to follow on with the bits that I cut off of that card. I'm going to put those over here. And I've just cut out of magazines things that, you know, I thought might be appropriate for this page. So I just went through collecting everything that was blue, so that I could actually put it in here. I like doing that. I like going through magazines and then finding bits that are relevant, and then filing them, and they tend to go away, and then they get used in sketchbooks, collages and bodies of work. So that was a bit of card that again came off of the same card. The picture actually went round to the back, which was lovely. And then these are going to go on in some shape or form. I think they might go under there. I'm just going to pop these in place at the moment. I've found all these pieces, and I'll stick those where I want them shortly, because this is the piece that I actually want to get in. And again, this is part from the old sketchbook, and it's a feathers and wings, and I'll show you an up close part of this. So I'm using double-sided tape to stick these in position to make it quicker so that we can actually see it grow. I love double-sided tape when I'm doing sketchbooks. I tend to take it everywhere with me as well in my art kit, because I can instantly put things in and stop them falling out and add things to them instantly. So there we go. Now before sticking this one down, I'm just going to make sure, yeah, so this one I'm going to glue in place, well, stick in place. So I hope you're all okay, and hopefully the weather is going to start moving here in the UK so that it's a little bit more friendlier, so that we can go out and about and enjoy the weather. So we've stuck that one in place, and then I know that this one is going sort of on here on the hair. We'll probably have to peel that one back a bit actually. So I think I'll need to put this one underneath. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and then I'm going to pop that one over the top of them like that. Now on here I have got it's a little tiny, it was on a birthday card, and I've just literally used a punch, one of those curly whirly punches, to actually cut out almost a tag shape, and it says take the time to enjoy all your favourite things and all the good times. And I think at the moment that's really relevant. So I'm going to pop that in place. Now I've only put a little bit of tape on it because I want to be able to actually put things actually in it. And here, because of the lot of videos that I like are the fractal videos, and also I like kaleidoscopes. This I've actually cut out of one of those mandala books, the colouring in, the meditative colouring in books, and then I've popped a little brad through it, popped a hole and popped a brad and popped it on a bit of card, and I'm going to stick that in because then that can actually, it's almost like a spinner. And all of my sketchbooks tend to have envelopes to put things in, flaps, things that turn round. So this is actually going to go in there, and then what will happen is that will almost be a spinner in there. Okay, so on this card I'm going to stick the actual book cover from where this one came from, because this one was actually quite large. So this one I've actually taken this off the front cover because I've used most of the ones inside, and I'm going to stick this on the envelope like that. And before I actually finish this, I will actually cover this piece with paper, because I want to carry the paper onto here so that it covers over the glue of the envelope, so it doesn't glue the actual envelope closed. And then I will put a piece of paper on there so that I can keep putting in lots of you know, notes and things like that. So that will go on there like that, and that will go over there. So when you lift it up, you've not only got this that you can write on, you've got the envelope that you can put into, and you can peel it back, and you've got this envelope behind as well. so that there's lots. You can tell my sketchbooks end up quite substantial, and I like them poking out over the other side. You can see this is a tag from the other side, and I like them poking out. Now this is a little tiny envelope that came with some shoes, and you know, I don't know why it was in there, but there was, you know, lots of little bits of information in it, and I'm going to stick that in there and over the top of there. And I always like to put a piece of string, as you know, another bit if there's a gap or tie, and I might even put one on there too. But this is some origami, and I do like doing the origami shapes, and this almost looks like a spaceship. So I do like sci-fi, and you can tell by one of the videos that I've done, it was a sci-fi using the dragon's eye. Don't know if you can see, it was using the dragon's eye and then moving that into shot, which I really enjoyed doing. And it was also using one of the rings, and I've got one of those rings that I've cut out of some shapes here, and I'm going to glue that in position there, so that reminds me of my dragon's eye that went through there. Because I've done a lot of the videos in black and white, and then I've actually inked on the top of those, I'm going to be putting a bottle of ink. You can see I've just drawn a bottle of ink, and then that's going to go on there because I've inked it up. I've also got some dragon's eyes here that I'm going to put on. Now these were originally, don't know if you can see, don't know if you can really see, they were originally jewels that you stuck on a cardboard crown, but I'm actually going to use them in this, and I'm going to stick them down in places as if they're actually, you can see that almost looks like a dragon's head now, like Smorg. And then this one, I'm just going to remove this one because I'm actually going to stick these, and I've done the eyes so that the little piece, the glint in the eye, is in different places. There we go. So I'll put those in, and I'm going to put that back because that's going to go over the top of that. And then I've got a tiny little dragonfly here, and as you can see, we like dragonflies in the studio. And this is lovely. This was made by Brenda, and it's called Maurice, and he's got lovely wings. And I might even do a little thing of Maurice, of a mascot, a studio mascot. Okay, so I've got a little tiny one here, and I'm going to glue that in place on there. I've also got a Chinese proverb, and it says, "Don't pursue happiness, create it." And I'm going to stick that in there. I might just trim it up, but I wanted to actually do it so that it was across there like that. Now the words that are going along here I think are really poignant, and it says, "Be polite to yourself when you are learning something new." And while I've been doing this since Christmas, I've actually been doing I've been learning how to do TikTok, how to put videos on it, and how to sort of get the views so that we can all enjoy the different ones, and how to participate in TikTok. I've been teaching myself Photoshop so that I can do a lot more of my editing, and doing more stop motion so that all the things are animated. And that's why, you know, there's some things in here with the films, especially with the dragon's eye. I've done the little film of this, and I've shown those. There's another little ring that was used in one of the videos. So they're all in here in a keepsake box. Okay, and of course there's a dragon in a nest here. There's lots. It all ties together. So I've hoped you enjoy me putting this sketchbook page together. And I'm going to, after this, I will put the videos from the treasure box here, the Dragon Eyes treasure box, the Puff the Dragon, and the Space Dragon here go on too, so that you can see what's going on, and also some of the fractal pieces as well. So